Welcome back. We've got another twofer today. Our second mission of the night. And today we're flying C, the suppression of enemy air defenses. Raven 1, mission 13. It's underway. So this one's pretty fun looking. Basically we're just going to take off. Similar place where we just had a little showdown air to air. We're going to orbit right there above those same oil refineries as before. And at that point, we're going to break out all these different headings. And Scabbard 1-1 is going to provide combat air patrol for us on that orbit. That's that line there. So the four of us, myself being Sword 2-3, we're going to fire on 3 different Topaz. That's code name for an SA-15. And so we have Topaz 1, Topaz 2, Topaz 3. That one there on the closest side to us, to the eastern side of the island, basically, will be our target. And the most unique thing about this little adventure, that's Sapphire. That's a different island, huh? That's a different island. So that might be a secondary contact. We are scheduled to shoot at specific intervals. So 17, 23, 30, Sword 2-1 will fire. 10 seconds later, 5 seconds later, and finally, I guess actually they fire. 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. So Sword 2-1, Sword 2-4, Sword 2-2, and Sword 2-3. I'm the last one to shoot, which is not very fun. I would like to be able to be the one that hits the SA-15. Unfortunately, can't all be picky. That being said, let's go ahead and arm the injection seat. We never know what's in store for us. Yeah. We also have 2 laser Mavericks, so that might come into play later. Alright, that's our checklist. Make sure we do it right today. I've been doing it right, but I just want to make sure I doubly do so. Alright, let's crank the right engine. Let's get things underway. So radio check will be in about 3 minutes, so that'll be about 17:03. And then we'll taxi about 17:06, 17:07. Alright, right engine start. Okay, for it to stabilize. Cool. Let's get those DDIs on.
Roll left. Flight control.
Radar.
Flight control.
Altimeter. The HUD. And master caution. Clear. Let's close the canopy. And let's start the INS alignment as soon as that screen, there it is, comes alive. We'll use stored heading as usual. Okay, and that takes us to the next page. There's the button I want to press. And FCS reset. Left engine crank. That's underway. Great. Alright, meanwhile, let's go and put the checklist on the right hand side. Let's get ready to move the left throttle into idle. There we go. Very good. Alright, we're at 44,000 pounds, so when we go and set up our takeoff trim, let's keep that in mind. I'll put us at 60 degrees nose up. Bypass set. Engine's pretty much where we want it to be. IFF on. Data link on. And on for the second page. Oxygen on. Flaps set to half. Confirm anti-skid is off. Hook bypass is set to carrier. Radar on standby. I need my flare on standby, and we'll turn the LST and the LTD are on later. Okay, with that, we've got time to go ahead and turn on my HMD. I'll set this radar altimeter 1 into 80. Let's uncage the standby attitude indicator. Let's
Radio check on hogs. Sword 2-1.
Let's see if I can get it.
Sword 2-2.
So I can see here.
Sword 2-3.
Sword 2-4. Radio check on Pry. Sword 2-1.
Sword 2-2.
Sword 2-3.
Sword 2-4.
BFA 43. That's not the moon shadows, is it? But her tail doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's go ahead and align this. Always kind of annoying to do with the helmet. Not great, but not terrible. Let's get a little rolling into it. Cool. Alright. Let's call that aligned. I'll call that aligned. No, not quite. I'm actually going to roll it back a little to the left there. Shaky, shaky. So one downside about VR helmets is that, or VR headsets, not helmet. If this was a helmet, I don't think I'd be, much as my fiance loves watching me sim, I don't think she'd talk to me if I was wearing a helmet. Well, simming. Anywho, very shaky. INS alignment complete. Sequence 1 boxed. Let's go ahead to the data page. Let's find out where rock is set to. Rock is waypoint 6. Air-to-air waypoint. Reference point. Alright, orbit. Over the way to the left. Okay. Well, for the sake of accuracy, let's go ahead and go over to the lead board. TACAN is 66 X-ray. And we'll use that to make sure that we fly the correct pattern. Or case 1 departure is what I meant to say. Alright. Let's remove the wheel chocks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Okay.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Alright. Let's go ahead and go to the FCS page over here. Let's hit that takeoff trim button, and let's go and set that to 16 degrees nose up. 16. There we go. Alright, it's about 6 minutes past, so I feel like I can taxi and get ready to take off. No one's using Cat 1. Okay, so who are we flying with today, if not Moon Shadows? Oh, BFA 42. I don't know. I thought we were flying with the Marines VMFAs, but I have to check the briefing. I'm really concerned about it, which, to be frank, I'm not. Let's see, who's on this side of the island? No one in those jets. Alright. Maybe I just don't have the liveries. Liveries? Yeah, I think it's liveries. I always say it wrong. No matter what. Alright. I'm gonna take Cat 3. He accepts me. Now we can start our ritual. Wait for the wings to fold out. Very good. Let's bump ourselves up into position. There we go. Alright. Flaps at half. That's good. Confirming. Radars on standby. Flares on standby. Lights are on. APU's off. Engine cranked. O-bogs on. Alright, I'm not really feeling like I'm forgetting anything. Let's extend the launch bar. Let's lock the wing spread lever. Alright, let's go ahead and move it up. Nope, sorry, he didn't give me the clue. Oh, there he goes. Alright. Whoa, there's a lot of... Alright, well, he liked it. Did not expect that much of an engine response. Sometimes it's a little too sensitive. Okay, launch bar retracted. We're not waiting on anybody. Let's go full afterburner. And let's do flight controls check. Flight control wipeout good. Let's do this. Bearing 092. I got a launch bar red light there. Alright, we're turning left to 072. Alright, on the right, I will actually not use the radar. I'm going to pull up the EW. Alright, we'll turn my radar on just in case. And FLIR and LST. Turn those on for now, just to make things easier. Alright, pretty quiet out here. Was I supposed to switch? I don't know. I feel like I missed them telling me I needed to switch. One handy way of doing that is clicking the escape button and going over to the message history. Wow. Didn't miss anything. Alright. Okay, checking stores page, we got 2 inboard MAVs and 2 outboard harms. 2 wingtip sidewinders. 6.3, 6.4, 6.6, 9, 7 miles. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the TACAN off. Pull the essay page down here. And map. I'm liking using the map now. The map is good. Alright, what was our waypoint 1 orbit? 22,000. Okay. Well, we got plenty of fuel. Bingo's 3,000. So let's plug it in burner and let's climb to 22,000. I think that's more fuel efficient anyways, from little reading I've done. Waypoint 1 looks like it's all the way over there. There we go. Another few degrees turn. Alright, we're not going to do an unrestricted climb, but burner, we got quite a lot of speed. Let's go ahead and climb. With that, I could actually go to the FPAS page and let's box climb. Alright. I'm saying 470, so maybe I do an unrestricted climb. Well, maybe not unrestricted, but closer to 30 degrees. Goes up. That's starting to burn the speed a lot faster now. Who's that to my left? Sword 2-1. Oh, sorry, boss man. I'm gonna fly right past you. You guys can catch up to me. Alright, let's pull the throttles back. And let's capture 22,000 nice and appropriately. Okay, basically finished our climb, so let's punch that out. And let's go back to the stores page here. 21,940, 21,950, 960, 70, I got an 80, 980, 90, 990, and last but not least, 22,000. Come on. It's a little smidgen, there we go. Alright. We're going to a nice autopilot hold here. We're 30 miles from the hold point. Let's see, no one else has climbed up with me yet. They're just not as brave as I am.
Swords, switch strike on pry.
Right, strike on prime.
Radio check on pry. Sword 2-1.
Sword 2-2. Sword 2-3.
Okay, that's Sword 2-1.
Sword 2-4.
Sword 2-2 is up there, and Sword 2-4 is back behind me. Alright, good. So we got all our friends up and with us. So, next, let's go to the harm. We will use TOO mode today. Stations 2 and 8 are both set to TOO. Great. We'll keep it to class all. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so that's my harm display working. I don't need to turn on any fuses, so that's good. Alright, let's get familiar with the island. Alright, so Greater Town, I believe it's called. Okay, so this is the island. I thought there was another picture that you gave us, but I'm not seeing it. There was another really good picture. Let me check. Was it in the briefing? It's one that looks more like what you would see from our flare from where we're flying in. That's the one I was thinking of. Strange it's not on my kneeboard, but all good. So, pretty much right there. Eastern side of the island. Pretty much, if you draw a straight line, pretty easy to tell. So, once we get the lock from our harms, we will know which one is the right one. It shouldn't be too hard to tell. Okay, so I'm up at 22,000. Let's see. I think swords 2-1, 2-2, and 2-4 are at different altitudes. Okay, we push at 1720, so we got 4.5 minutes, just under, to get there. Alright, F-18. Okay, do I not have my data link set properly? Let's check. Data link on, data link on. Okay, both data links are on. IFF, also on. Strangely, they're showing up as FA-18 rather than SD 2-1, 2-2, and 2-4. Or is that expected behavior? Well, let's check my HMD. Okay, I got it aligned. I don't think I have to do anything with the mid setup. Members, donors, and other. Is there any way I can get all?
Swords, on station as fragged.
Sword 2-2. Sword 2-3.
Sword 2-4.
Interesting, huh? Alright, so we're pushing in 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
Scabbard 1-1, Spike, Northwest, Fulcrum.
Sword 2-4, dirt, northwest, kyanite.
Sword 2-2, dirt, west, sapphire.
Let's get the code names, huh? Kyanite and SA6.
Sword 2-1 flight. Fence in.
Sapphire is SRP-19. Alright, let's fence in.
Sword 2-2, fenced in, no alibis.
I'll go Armstrong. I'll go back to the EW page. And let's turn our... Raj. Oh, whoops.
Sword 2-3, fenced in, no alibis.
Minute 45, so let's see if I can make this a
No alibis.
nice tight turn.
Sword 2-1, fenced in. No alibis.
I feel like I missed something. My expectation would be that they show up as SD and whatnot. Alright. 30 seconds. Let's make sure we go ahead and complete our turn. Waypoint 2. Waypoint 2 is the IP. Target is waypoint 3. Alright, oops, let me click that. Oh, let's bump the speed up. Let's finish this turn.
Swords,
4,
prepare to push.
3, 2, 1, pushing. Alright. There we go. And I knocked it out of autopilot. Go figure. Alright. Do we have a speed that we want to fly? I don't know. I don't see it. Let's see. What's our expected?
Sword 2-1, flight. Armstrong.
Okay, cool. Alright, 22,000 feet. Let's make sure I'm there. 22,000. Oops. Dipped under it. I'm back at it. And now above it. And back down. And, oh my goodness, what? It's lagging a little bit. Alright, there we go. Just gotta anticipate that with power. And coupled. Okay, I'll gauge my speed based on these guys. That's the E2, that's an F-18. And that's another F-18, and 2 more F-18s up there.
Sword 2-4, dirt, west, topaz.
Okay, cool. I got 3 of them. What's my heading? Alright, looks like I'm gonna come down this way. Let's see, there. He's 5 miles to my left. And 6 miles to my right. Alright, so I'm pretty evenly spaced out. Oh no, now he's 6 miles to my left there. Turn back towards the IP. Alright. Confirm my time is 23:45. 23:45. See, I'm not getting any S6. Oh, there they are. Yeah, that's the one I want. Yeah, I got the handoff queue. 6 miles away. 2325. Okay, so we should start firing shortly. Get back up to 22. Let's put ATC in at 350.
Sword 2-2, Magnum, Topaz 1.
Sword 2-1, Magnum, Topaz 2.
Oh.
Sword 2-3, Mag.
Sword 2-4, Magnum, Topaz 3.
Oh. I've done a couple air-to-air missions that I immediately resorted to using my trigger for launching.
Sword 2-4, SAM launch, Topaz. Another one, multiple launches.
Let's see what I see. Well, I don't have a lock on me, so that's good. Whoops, nothing there. Three 1-8-60.
1-1, commit.
Alright. Oh, alright. Okay, cool. Looks like we got a hit, so that's good. Put the autopilot on. Let's confirm my hit. Let's go into the, oh yeah, the TOR is destroyed.
All swords, sensors on your targets. What luck?
Oh yeah, it's destroyed. Guessing that's a tree. Still got a truck and looks like a AAA position. But TOR, SA-15, destroyed.
Sword 2-3, good effects on Topaz 1.
Sword 2-4, good effects, Topaz 3.
My code is 1687, so let's make sure we set that up.
Topaz destroyed. Stand by, contacting strike.
Code 1687.
Strike,
Enter.
Sword 2-1. Good effects on Topaz.
Okay, let's go to the UFC over here. My laser designate is clear. 1687. Enter. Okay, and just to be safe, laser search. 1687. Enter. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and finish our turn. Looks like
This is lead. Anyone have Sapphire on their RWR?
Sapphire is an SRP-19.
Sword 2-3, no joy.
No, I don't have them either.
Sword 2-4, negative.
Wrong, Fox 3.
Sword 2-1, same, break. Sword 2-3, Sword 2-2. Put your flare on waypoint 4 and report when you have any contact on Sapphire.
Waypoint 4, designate.
Sword 1, defensive.
Okay,
Sword 2-3.
I'm gonna turn her all the way around. Those guys seem pretty busy with whatever fight they got going on over there. So let's get the hell away from them. Not trying to be a dumbass today. Alright, let's turn back all the way around to waypoint 4.
1-1, Fox 1.
Sword 2-2, contact, Sapphire, 2 Zircons.
Roger, stand by for tasking.
I would love to take that on. Can I do it? I want to do it. Let me do it. I vote B.
Sword 2-2, engage
No.
Sapphire. Use 65s. Sword 2-3.
Well, he did
stand
spot
by,
it
rolling
first,
as Sword
so
2-2's attack fails.
good for
Report
him.
when attack complete.
Alright,
Sword 2-2, engaging Sapphire.
you lucky bastard.
Sword 2-3, standing by.
Scabbard 1-1. Both bandits destroyed. Night, picture.
Don't worry about the autopilot. Okay, there's the target. Alright, let's roll out. Let's see what we end up finding. Alright, Sapphire again is an SR-P19 smaller tub. So basically the same thing we just destroyed earlier. Again, strangely, don't have a picture of it on my knee board. So with that being said, I'll pop in here. Let's pretend this hasn't been on my knee board this entire time. Alright, yeah, it's just, I'm guessing a radar. Can't see it from there very well, but just it is that. Okay, let's drop to about 300 knots in airspeed. I'll get back up to 22,000. Meanwhile, let's zoom in here. That's as far zoomed in as I can get. Alright. Okay, I'll fly a little track all the way off to the right here. 295, 296, 297, 298, 99, and 300. Okay. And let's get the autopilot ready to engage for barometric altimeter at 22,000 feet. I'm offset by about 5 degrees from the target, so I don't want to run at them head on. I'll keep a close eye on it just in case. Okay, rifle. So they're firing off their laser. Let's see what effects he has. I'm starting to get pretty close to it. Really start banking off to the right here. Actually, no. Let's bank way to the left. Oh, right as I looked away. That's a good effect on target for sure.
2-2, good effects on Sapphire.
Cool. I like it.
Sword 2-3 and element. Join up.
Okay. Let's do that.
Sword 2-3.
Sword 2-2 is there. Sword 2-4. Sword 2-1. Alright, looks like they're behind me. I'll keep the flare on over there just in case they have us pop up on any target.
Strike.
That's what we got
Strike.
first.
Sword 2-1, go.
ID multiple skunks to the north. Freelance Mothers 340 to 020, 50 miles out.
Strike. Sword 2-1 copies. Request Texaco at Rock 130 at 10.
That's Sword 2-4.
Sword 2-1, strike. Pushing Texaco to Rock 130 for 15.
Alright.
Sword 2-1.
I'll have to turn the TACAM back on for Mothers.
Sword 2-1, Sword 2-4, Tally Skunk directly south from Topaz. Holy shit, it is a sinker.
Sword 2-1, roger. Sword 2-3, Sword 2-1.
Sword 2-1, go.
You and 2-4 have weapons to deal with this. ID to sinker and report back to strike. 2-1 and 2-2 will continue in freelance north of Mother. We'll see you back on the ship.
Sword 2-3, roger.
Directly south.
2-4, Sword 2-3. Push channel 3 on Aux.
Sword 2-4.
I'll wait for the game to tell me to do it.
Check on Aux, Sword 2-3.
Okay.
Sword 2-4.
Let's have a closer look at that sinker. Put your flare on it. What was its position?
10 miles directly south from Topaz.
10 miles directly south from Topaz.
Roger,
Alright.
wait one.
Alright. That's the island for Topaz. Alright. Alright. Have to bring it all the way around. South is pretty much right where I'm flying. Because that's directly north of me. Alright. Well, it's going to be kind of hard to see. So I'm overflying it unless I can see it in the water here. No. Alright. Let's level off. Hopefully I have enough altitude to spot it. Okay, cool. Let's go into autopilot hold. Over the altimeter. Let's do Black Hot, maybe. Miles. Where's that gonna end up being? Okay, I'm gonna turn pretty dramatically here. Hate to do this, but I might just turn the label on for a second. You said directly south of Topaz, huh? Yeah, that's Greater Tumb. That's where we were just flying around. I really need to come around so I can actually get a sight. Ten miles south from Topaz, huh? See some other boats, but haven't really seen what I'm supposed to be seeing right now. Of course, my flare is not giving me what I want. That it? I hate using labels, but in this case I feel like it was appropriate to do so. Just because that is way farther than I expected 10 miles to be. Alright, I got him.
Sword 2-3, tally.
Friday. It's a sunstone, all right.
Kilo class
Stand by,
sub.
contacting strike.
Alright. Well, the fact that I'm getting closer is not
Strike,
ideal.
Sword 2-3.
Want to be at least 7 miles away.
Go.
Strike, Sword 2-3 is tally on Sunstone on the surface. 10 miles south from Topaz, heading northeast. Sword 2-3 flight is Tiger and ready to engage with 65s.
Sword 2-3, do you have positive ID?
Yes.
Affirm.
Sword 2-3, strike. Roger. Stand by.
Oh, come on. I'm ready to hit him. Alright, I'll keep him under my wing right over there. Alright. It's been a while since I used these Mavericks.
Sword 2-3, strike. You are cleared to engage Sunstone.
Sword 2-3. 2-4, 2-3. Take high cover. I will engage.
Sword 2-4.
There he is. Try to keep it level. Alright, I've got him locked. Moving target. Okay. So now I want to go ahead and fire the laser. There we go. Come on, what's it? Am I doing something wrong? Alright, guess I'm going back out for another run. What the hell? Pressing the weapon release button, I'm not getting anything. Strange. Wonder what I mucked up there. It's directly behind me. Turn in and hope that I still have a lock on him. Can't see right now because my flare is unfortunately masked. But let's see, are we still tracking? We're still tracking him. Alright.
Sword 2-3, rifle.
Up and to the left. Alright.
Good hits, Sierra Hotel.
Looks like that Maverick went under the water line and then finally blew it up. That was sketchy for a second.
Sword 2-3, good effects on Sunstone.
Wonder what I was doing wrong initially, but
Sword 2-3, strike.
no matter now.
You're clear to RTB.
Alright, cool.
Strike, Sword 2-3 is RTB. 2-4, 2-3, turning to waypoint 5, join up.
Okay, let's turn out to target waypoint 5. Cool. Let's cage that. Let's do that. Let's safe and back to nav mode. And over here, we'll go to the FCS page. Now that we've got that sorted, we'll go to the HSI down there. And the checklist in the middle. Alright. And last but not least, let's fly to waypoint 5. Egress 20,000. Fuel 6.7. I'm flying fast enough that I think I can just go ahead and climb to 20,000 pretty easily. And on the way to 20,000, once I level off and once I'm facing waypoint 5, I'll trim it out, because now we got one Maverick fired off that one, and I'm carrying another one on this side. Make things a little hairy. Alright, ILS 3. ILS 3, enter. On. Right wing down, trim. Just enough to level it off. Very good. Okay, Sword 2-4 is going to be joining on me. Let's see what the FPass page says. Mach 0.65. Or current range. Endurance, Mach 0.5. Yeah, Mach 0.65 will be fine. Mach 0.66 even. Bit of a long flight. I'm not really interested in making it any slower than it needs to be. Alright, back on the HSI, we got our TACAN and ILS set. Waypoint 5, and then finally waypoint 7 for Marshall. And looks like we got the TACAN for the carrier picked up. 87 miles. Sword 2-4 is joining now. Okay, well, we did what we were set out to do. And did it pretty well. I could jettison that Maverick if I really was feeling lazy, but I don't know if they would be too excited about me doing that. It'll make it easier to trap. Well, we'll just leave it off. Alright, let's turn to flare on standby and radar on standby. LST we will turn off. Had to be really careful with those switches there. I did want to look under my nose to make sure, under my nose flap rather, for the headset. Because right underneath it is the canopy open button that I've mapped. So that'd be pretty embarrassing if we're flying around with the busted open canopy. I don't want to do that. We're not those type of people. Still wonder why they say F-18 and not SD-24. it always been that way? I guess it was. Even double checking the data link, it seems to be that's the case. That's quite alright. Go home and land it safely before time change. Just under 35,000 pounds, so looking at that math, we should be alright. Let's go and check the F-Pass. What does it recommend? Or what does it think? Hey, waypoint 5. We'll get there about 5.8. Home is 0. So it knows waypoint 0 is home, which is great. Pretty close to what our initial takeoff point was, even though the carrier's probably moved a few miles since then. Gives us close enough. That being said, 5.8 and then another 45, 50 miles from there. Not bad. That'd be about another 300 pounds fuel. Really, it's not that bad. No, more like 600 pounds actually. That'll put us about 5.4. I think. Did I do the math right in my head? I think so. We'll find out. Not terribly worried about it, thankfully. Okay, waypoint 5 is approaching. Let's go coupled just to be safe. So I want to fly directly at waypoint 5 and see if there's any mission triggers that might go off upon my arrival. Wait for it to level off.
Sword flight, fence out.
Okay, fenced out. Put that back on standby.
Sword 2-4 fenced out.
Let's turn the dispenser switch off while accidentally going off when I land. Otherwise, we're good. Okay, waypoint 5 is approaching. Let's now go pull up Tekken and ILS.
Sword flight, switch marshal.
Alright, Marshall. That's button 1.
Sword 2-4 switching Marshall.
Okay, recovery. This is 9.8 or 9.6? 9.8. Alright. Alright, well, pretty much a straight in to landing there. Let's clear these little mountains and landmass, and once we get feet wet again, we'll start descending down to something closer to a pattern altitude. It is nice to be able to soak into scenery from time to time. A flight like this where things went relatively smoothly, I'll take it. I have to read up more on the laser mavericks. I'm glad I got that off. I'm glad I was able to figure it out, but I know I did something wrong, because that first fly-in did not go the way I expected. It was fine, ultimately. Nothing catastrophic as far as failures go. All said and done, good. For the aesthetics, let's turn on our formation lights. What do you say? Nice. Like your style. Alright, getting feet wet. So, at this point, I'll start my descent. And just to make things easier, let's go to the EW page. Just turn the HUD notifications off. And back to the FCS page. That way I can actually see what's on my HUD. Alright, I'm not afraid of a nice rapid descent. Who says 10-degree descent is bad? I don't say that. Okay, still need a little right wing down trim according to the way I feel outside of autopilot. Okay, that should be it. Okay, we're still ways out, but I'm going to go ahead and make it a 10-mile scale. And take the sequence off, so I have to follow that. I'll let it distract me. A little too much right wing down trim. That is the carrier up there. Yeah, that looks like it's about where it is. So that up there looks to be the carrier group. I don't know who that is. Well, don't need to worry about it. Okay, as we get closer to 25 miles, I'm going to go ahead and contact carrier. At this point, I'm going to turn the helmet mounted display off. Lower the brightness for my HUD just a little bit. Still a little too much right wing down trim. Okay, 25 miles. 3.2.1, and let's give him a shout.
Marshall, 403. Marking mops 2907. Altitude 5. Angels 6. State 5.6.
403. Mother's weather is visibility 10 plus 5. Scattered clouds at 8,000. Altimeter is 29er. K-Swan recovery expected BRC 906. Report see me at 10.
96.
403.
Ironically, that's what I thought it was when I couldn't really read it from this tiny little font. But now that I see it, it's clearly a 9.8. And it's funny because it's 9.6 anyways. Okay, we'll get down to 1,200 feet. We'll level off there. Looks like wind's blowing to the right. Yeah, wind data on here. Okay, scatter. Wind 0.8. 0.88. 4 knots. Alright. I haven't seen such specific wind call outs there, but I guess that is. If it's 0.888, that makes sense. It's coming from my left. Be pretty much a direct headwind from we're flying to. Let's go and turn towards the carrier now. Let's bring it to 350 knots. And at some point they should tell me to kiss off my wingman, which will be very beneficial. Okay, let's go ahead and drop the hook. And 2.5 miles till we give them a shout. Let them know how close we are. Oh, that disconnected. Snoopy. Snoopy, no. Come on. Oh, buddy. I know, buddy. But you can't be chewing on those things, okay? Alright? You're a good boy. Yes, you are, Snoopy. Snoopy boy. Look at those ears. Okay, come on. Alright. Scary. Oh, you're such a funny dog. Alright. See you at 10.
403. See you at 10.
Come here.
Okay, state switched out.
Yeah, come here.
403. State
Come
4.9.
here. I normally have a gate up. And you're like, whoa, what is all this? I totally understand. What is all this? This, my friend, Snoopy, is bad financial decision making. Or good, if you're into that kind of stuff. Alright, we're at 350 knots, 5 miles away. Let's go ahead and disconnect the autopilot. Let's descend down to
Tower
800 feet.
403. Overhead Angels 1. State 4.2.
403. Tower, roger. BRC 906. Signal is Charlie.
403.
Snoopy, you've never been this way before. You're so funny. Alright, let's kiss my wingman off. Pray to God he doesn't crash into me. Sweet, he didn't. Alright, deck looks clear to me. BRC looks closer to 9.2. Alright. We'll do some of that pilot shit.
Bingo. Bingo.
Oh, look at that. We hit bingo. 1.3, boy, 4.5. Under 250. Drop the gear and flaps to full.
Bingo. Bingo.
Keep it at 800 knots. Or sorry, 800 feet. 800 knots. Oh my gosh. If anyone's getting an F-18 up to 800 knots, well, by all means, power to you. Alright, I was wrong about the HUD. I'm going to have to turn it up to full brightness now. Okay, my trim feels wonky. I don't like that.
Bingo. Bingo.
And I hate how distracting that is. Oh no.
Fuel low. Fuel low.
You turned the fuel dump switch on. Oh, so that's what happened at one mission where I had the fuel dump switch on. Snoopy, why are you turning the fuel dump switch on? Do you hate your dad? It's okay, Snoopy. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. 30-degree bank. Oh, no, that's weird. Power feels off. I feel very wobbly. Okay, let's try to find out why. Okay, a little less power, a little right wing down trim. I think that's what the problem is now. A little more power. A little more power means a little more nose down trim. Once we level off, we'll see it for sure. Okay, overshot the runway just a tad there. That's definitely now too bright. Green means come to the left. And I'm definitely too low. Uncage the HUD. Come back to the right. Okay, let's get lined up. Hook is to... Oh shit. I could barely see. Oh, no. Okay, alright. This might be another bolter. But, if I salvage this one, rounds of beer on me. Oh my god, I keep having to bolter. Man, that's like 4 bolters in a row. Including the last mission. Okay, I am going to blame my dog on this one. I know, Tails all this time. But that was really a bad case. One pattern, that was honestly all on me. Okay, I really need this to line up right. Okay, why does my trim feel so fucked? Okay, there we go. Unfuck the trim. Oh, more power. We are at 600 feet. Okay, let's keep it right there. Just a smidge above the horizon. Nose up trim. There we go. That looks good. That feels good. We are rolled out. Leveled out. Nose down trim. As we add a little more power. Nose down trim. A little more power. And we counter with pulling the power back just a smidge. Okay, we didn't fuck up the wheels. The landing gear. Hook is still down. We're well past the island there, so the threshold for the runway. Okay, let's turn left. Already uncaged the HUD. Need a little power as I get into the bank. A little bit of power there. Oh, starting to get away from me again. Too much power. I can burn Palpatine up in this bitch. Unlimited power. Alright. Let's go and level off. I'm going to zoom in this time. I can't see it. But I can see the red light just a little bit. Looks like I'm lined up right. Or I need to go right. And I'm going to come back to the left. Got a green blinking light now, so that's telling me I need to keep coming to the left. Goes down trim.
Easy with it.
Okay, how's my trim doing? need to get lower. AOA is good.
Fuel low. Fuel low.
Not my best pattern, but made it. Let's get out of the way. Before Sword of 2-4 comes crashing into the back of me. Alright, Snoopy, what'd you think of that? You wanna go out and throw the ball around? I'm gonna park it here, because I'm feeling sassy. Alright. Let's zero out all my keys. Snoopy, you're so funny. Wish I still had a camera set up. You guys would love to meet Snoopy, I bet. Batteries off, all that's off, that's off, that's off. HUD's off. That's on there. Snoopy. Okay, alright, that's metal. That's bad for your teeth, buddy. And let's check the score. No. That's not good for you. Alright, cool. It's already showing my victories. That's nice. 1 ship, 1 vehicle. A 90. Wonder why I didn't get a full 100. Even though since I killed all these infantrymen. DLX, LUX, LULIM, DLIM, TMR, DR, BRW, BGRW, and YR1. So basically, that's the worst landing they've ever seen. That's anyone ever actually took. Alright, well thanks for tuning in. Snoopy. Quite fun. My dog even thinks it's so fun that he wants me to stop playing. So, I will heed his advice. I'm going to pop off, and you know what? We got the final 2 missions for Raven 1 coming up. Raven 1 Mission 14, the very next one, is a pretty big strike we got in front of us. And the way the mission designer set it up, Raven 1 Mission 15 is the alternative mission. Reason being, it's a pretty long mission. We're making it strike deep into Iraq, I believe. Going back, refuel. Let's see what happens. I've done this mission once before, I read the book, so with being said. All that being said, thanks for tuning in. I hope you all had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, as they always say. I think that's literally the first time I ever said it on the show, so I'm sorry, I feel leaky. Thanks, and have a good night.